welcome or welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. As you can see, I'm in my car. I'm not in my craft room because this is actually going to be the last time that I shop at Joann's ever. I can't believe the day has actually finally come that I am not going to be able to go and see what's left on sale and just buy unnecessary yarn at the moment, you know, because I'm running out of room in my craft room. I have nowhere to put it, but I've been just shoving it literally everywhere I can, and now that yarn is 70% off and a lot of stores are closing, you know, within the next week or so. I think the last day is May 30th for all stores to be completely closed. So I am going right now to the one that's in Louisville, Texas, just the closest one to me technically, and just seeing what else they had left. The last time that I went for the last haul and the last vlog that I posted, they were completely packed even still. But now that I'm hearing Posh is like, what, under $3 a skein? I think it's like $2 or something, and then Value is like $1 or something. I'm like, I have to go at least one more time. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling up right now, and yeah, the last 6 days right now. Oh my gosh. And I don't think I've mentioned, I know I haven't, today is Friday, May 23rd, and I just parked, so I am gonna go in. May cry a little bit. There's a woman outside right now. I'm looking at her. It looks like she's sitting outside the front door just crocheting or knitting. She's doing some type of crafting. It's kind of heartbreaking right in front of Joann's, where it's like, you know, your favorite craft store and you're crafting right outside of it. It kind of makes me want to join her, to be honest. Dang, 6 days in Joann's is completely gone. I think this might be the only one that I'm going to go to today, but right now it's only 2. I think a lot of them close between 7 and 9, and there's quite a few more here in North Texas, so I might hit them up. I'm not sure yet. We'll go see what they have in here. See if maybe I can get another Joann's memento or two and say one final goodbye to Joann's. All right, let's get in there. This store was packed a week and a half ago. There's a little bit of yarn. Let's see what that is. So that first Joann's, the Louisville one, is completely done. That was so sad to see. Oh, I swear, like literally a week and a half ago, it was just packed, and now nothing. But anyway, I ran over to Hobby Lobby real quick. I had to pee for one, but two, I got this 3-tiered shell thing that I've been eyeballing for a while. It ended up being with tax $37.88, which are whatever. It's wood, it folds, and it's not too heavy, so that'll be good for craft events, little craft shows and markets and stuff like that. And right now, since I'm already down here and kind of committed, I'm gonna go to Grapevine and probably 1 or 2 maybe in Fort Worth. We'll find out. But first, it is 100 degrees, so I'm gonna turn the AC back on and then go get something to eat and drink. Texas summer, it's already here. It was literally, what was it, 3 days ago, we were having all kinds of tornado warnings and stuff like that, and now clear blue skies and, you know, hell on earth. So anyway, all right, I'll check back in at the next Joann's. Grapevine is already closed, sadly, and I got Arby's. It was the closest thing, and I was like, I need some water. So off to Fort Worth. Hearst is also closed. It's not open either. So I'm gonna try to go over to the one in Fort Worth on Hewlin Street. And beside that, there's one, I think that's like 10 minutes away from the Hewlin Street one. I can't remember where it's at, but then that'll be the absolute last one that I know of outside of going back over to Frisco and the Colony. But that's on the other side of North Texas, and I don't want to do that. I don't know if I'd make it anyway because it's already 3:30 right now. But yeah, let's try to go to Hewlin Street and see if they're still open. Okay, so Hewlin Street in Fort Worth is still seemingly open. That's exciting. So let's go see what they have. Last time, it was like 2 weeks ago, they were completely packed. Last 3 days here, I bet it is completely empty. So I still have some stuff here, and I found these little sunflower quarters. Very excited about these. Pre-cut yards of fabric, and I do see some yarn back here. Let's see what they have. So they still have some. I'm going to get another of this Burnett Baby Green. Still quite a bit of plush. I may come back. There's like no carts though, and it is empty. Let's see what's down this aisle. Some of the juicy chunky, a little bit more of this, plenty of green still, my goodness. Plenty of the instant knit, as per usual. More green. Holy cow, they sent all the green to the store apparently. Well, Hewlin Street delivered one more time, and looky there. Ooh, see what I got? I'm excited to frame that, but yeah, I got one bag. And there is one more left around here, so I'm gonna go to this last Joann's, and if there's nothing there, then I'm gonna go home. Last one down here in Fort Worth. There's actually quite a few cars here. they have 8 days, it says, left open. They do have a little bit of yarn left here. I wonder if they have any posh. No posh, but they have plenty of this white plush, that's for sure. I can't believe the day has finally come where I can stop lying to you all and actually show you my final Joann's haul. It's the next day and I didn't find much. I only found stuff at 2 different stores. And as you can see, they're not very long at all. The other ones were definitely this plus. But yeah, at one store I spent $23.46 and the other I spent $22.68. So everything was very, very much so marked down and I got 3 bags worth. So let me show you my true final Joann's haul. Sad freaking day. So from one store, I got 2 of 3 different items because that's really all they had. They had a bunch of these 20-ounce stuffing bags and they were like $3 each. Yeah, they were $3.60 each, so I got 2 of those. I was really hoping that I would find one more of the 20-pound boxes because I was hearing that they were like 30 bucks or 20-cent bucks, but I didn't find any of those. I was way too late, but I did get 2 of these. And then the only yarn that I got from there were 2 of the Big Twist Plush in cardamom and then 2 of the whites. What was this called? Oh, I thought it was snow something. This is just white. So 4 from this store and they were $3.60 each. And that was it from that store. I only found out of the, 5-6 stores that I went to yesterday, I only ended up buying from 2 of them. So that was one. And from the other store, I will say it's a little bit more exciting. So I'll show you. For the plush, I got 4 of the Tutti Fruttis. They had it left and she was telling me, I initially just went up there with 3. I did see 1 more left on the shelf, but I was like, I'll leave that for somebody else. But when I got up there and she started bringing everything up, she had one in a put back little area behind her and she said, do you want this? Because you'll get an extra 20% off. And I said, oh, heck yes. So I ended up with 4 of these. And since I got the extra 20% off, those ended up being $2.70 each. Oh, dang, I just noticed for this baby blanket, the green, she actually charged me twice. So it would have been $2.70, but times 2 is $5.40. So yeah, she charged me an extra one, but that's okay. That's still technically half off of this. So 1 of these. And then I got 2 of just the sage. I love the sage color in the acrylic in the value. And it came out to be, with the extra 20% off, it came to be $1.01 each. And then I also found they had a whole bunch of these quarter cuts of fabric. And the sunflower is super, super pretty. And it came out to be, I want to see how big it actually is in person, but it came out to be, 67 cents each. For some reason I was thinking these weren't on sale. I don't know why. I knew better, but anyway. Oh man, I should have got way more of this. Especially since they were only 67 cents each. Dang it. That should be enough to line like a medium kind of size bag, and plus I got 4 of them, so that'll hold me over for a little bit. I typically don't use fabric for linings, but I was like, oh, this is just too pretty. I couldn't pass it up. And so technically that was everything that I got from the other store. That is everything that I paid for, except if you saw in the back of my car, I got this baby. They just ended up giving me this for free. It's just a piece of cardboard, but I do want to frame it. It was in a white frame at the store on one of the walls, and I just pulled it out. So I'm very excited to have this. I think whenever I redo my room, which should be a vlog coming up soon-ish, maybe in the next month or 2, because I want to redo the walls with actually a peel and stick wallpaper that's kind of similar to the sage green color. I cannot be bothered to paint the walls anyway, but I was thinking put this, like frame it, and then put it right back over in this corner somewhere. I kind of want to make this like a little sitting nook. I'm either going to move this white cabinet shelf that I have right here beside my desk that's full of all the acrylic yarn over here, and then this is going to be my little sitting nook, or vice versa. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, all of this yarn is going to go into the other spare bedroom, at least for a little bit while I fix this room, because I just want it to be more of my aesthetic, and my aesthetic right now is just green everything. But yep, I was very excited to find this. There was 2 other ones, but they just really weren't anything to write home about, but I thought this was perfect. So expect in a few vlogs from now that it'll be right over here somewhere. It was a very sad day just looking at my last 3 lonely little bags, but it has been really, really fun, honestly, going to all the different Joann's that I didn't even know were there until, you know, everything started happening. All the liquidation, all the sales. So that was cool. And there were so many nice people in the stores that I met when I went there. There was so many times where people were like, well, what are you making with all of this? And I'm like, literally everything that you could probably think of, and a lot of random stuff too that you probably wouldn't have ever thought of. But yeah, it was very, very fun, and I'm glad, you know, I spent way too much and I have no room left hardly in this craft room, but I'm glad though that I went and did all this crazy hunting and that I just got to make a fun little memory of my favorite craft store. Huge thank you to Joann's just for making it really special, because I honestly do not know what I was doing prior to crocheting. I cannot remember. What was I doing with my time? Obsessing on Facebook? Probably. I cannot remember. But yeah, it's been fun. It was always such a fun place to visit and spend money at. Way more money every single time than I initially meant to spend every single time before even all the liquidation started. But it was all worth it for the memories, and you know, very fortunate that I was able to. But anyway, that is my last Joann's haul. And if you notice this thing, look how cool this thing is. This thing came from Joann's. This came from Dollar Tree. $1.25 for this. This is basically half a gallon. This thing is huge. So very excited about this. I can't put it in the dishwasher, and I almost will never buy something that I cannot put in the dishwasher, but I made an exception for this. It doesn't come with a straw. If you're wondering, it came with a little red other plastic one, but this was a little bit more sturdy, and I was like, nope, using my own. And I mentioned I went to Hobby Lobby too yesterday, mostly to pee, but I also wanted this shelf. Look how nice this is. And the folding part too makes it perfect for markets. And actually, if you can see this, I'll move out of the way real quick. I just got this new stationary bike, and it's got this flat table right here. So that's pretty cool. I've been putting my laptop on it. We got it fixed yesterday, and I've used it 2 or 3 times already. One before I went shopping and one after I went shopping, and a little bit earlier this morning, but my boyfriend's mom came by. So I'm about to get back on this. And it's pretty nice so far. I really like that it has this tabletop desk. But anyway, so I got that, right? Here we go. This thing. I got it yesterday, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's tall enough to be a table. So when I was using it earlier this morning, I just had this, and it was sitting on that top one, and it was the perfect height. So that's cool. That's a plus for me. And since we're just playing show and tell right now, do you remember I was putting some stickers on my last vlog or two on my laptop cover? Actually, this one's new. It's a supercell. We've had so much crazy weather lately, and one of the people that I watched live on YouTube has this in their store, and I was like, oh, I like that. So I got this supercell, and then I got another sticker. I cannot remember the shop name, but I'll be sure to link it down below. And I got this little thing. Oh man, the sun is being weird. It is a yarn ball sunflower. I love it. Too cute. I love it. And there's something else in here. Oh, it's made by Hattie Co. Made by Hattie Co. And she sent me a little freebie yarn ball. It's sparkly. So now I'm going to put both of these on here. I just went ahead and did it, and I put them both up here. I liked where this one was. It's actually thicker than I thought it was going to be. When I pulled it off of the sticker, I can feel it. Like most of these other ones are pretty flush, but it's a little bit lifted, and then I put that one right there. I almost put it on top of the little apple sign, but for some reason something was telling me not to, because I feel like there's probably somebody maybe out on Etsy or something that has already made the apple logo with a yarn design on it, so I want to go look for one of those first. Here's how the case is coming along. And I'm trying to think, what else have I been doing? I've been doing quite a bit, as in like just kind of finishing up a few other squares and projects and sewing in a lot of ends. I don't know what got into me, but I was sewing in quite a few ends on some other granny squares that I had going on already. So I'm not really sure what the next clip is going to be, but I do know that I'm about to put this back up on here. Watch me a little YouTube while I continue cycling. And then I think then also a few vlogs back, I showed you I was just making a bunch of squares from the Red Heart granny square yarn, but I wasn't making, you know, the actual granny squares that come on it right there. I was just making these 16 rounds each, and I was initially going to do 4 squares by 5, but I had basically like a skein and a half left at the time, and I was like, okay, well, let's do a 5 by 7. Well, this is now my last skein. I've already started using it. You can see that it's not as full as it was. I'm probably going to need at least 2 more skeins of this, so I guess I need to get back on eBay and find them, because that's where I got the last 3 skeins of that, because I could not find it in any stores. I couldn't find it in Walmart. But anyway, I'll check back in with you when I have something to record. Ooh, peep the new pillow over there. Very funky, very fresh. Ignore the blue tape. I've been meaning to paint this wall this green for about 5 months now, and it's just sitting there completely unpainted and hideous. But anyway, yep, look, there's my pillow. It's Sunday right now, and I'm working on a baby project. I am doing the Miriam blanket by Amy Loops. Pretty sure that's her name. And if you are somebody in my family that is having a baby this August, you need to turn off now, because I'm about to show a preview. You know who you are. Okay, love you. Turn off. Don't watch the rest of this video. Anyway, but here it is. Look how cute. So my thought is there's sections, there's 5 colored sections and then 4 rows of 1 neutral. So I've got beige right here. This is the first section. What I'm gonna do is pink, this pale peachy color, and then yellow, and then do it again. So I'm gonna do pink, peach, yellow, peach, pink. And that will be the baby blanket for Miss Carter when she makes her arrival in August. I will say at the moment I am not a fan of how this is done for the middle bobble on this. It is driving me nuts, and I'm not sure how I'm supposed to weave this in other than I guess just around and around. I don't know. But it is turning out incredibly precious. So I will be finishing it, and this will be part of her baby gift. Yes, I'm wearing shorts if you're wondering. But yep. So that is what I am doing with my Sunday, and I got my giant half-gallon watermelon cup again. I'm loving this thing. I'm telling you, $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Run and get you one. Pretty sure they had a strawberry or something else like that too, but I was like, I want the watermelon. All right, well, I'll check back in later. Hey, it's Tuesday, May 27th, but it honestly feels like a Monday. We had Memorial Day off yesterday, but I placed a Walmart order last night, and I don't know if you've ever done this, but I accidentally placed the order to a completely different Walmart. And right now I'm just waiting to see if they'll cancel my order. Since it was technically already prepared, they may not, so I may have to go get it tonight. Whoops, definitely wasn't paying attention. Oh well. And look at this cool guy. You see him up there? That tail's going. He is going to be 2 on the 2nd of June. Big boy. Love him so much, the big boy. I'm going to try to crochet him a party hat. He is going to absolutely hate it, but I'll have that in the next vlog, so stay tuned for that. So I wanted to show you just a little bit up close the pillow. I know I've already shown you a few clips of it, but yeah, this is the cool pillow. I'm excited to redo my room because I want it just back over here in the background. I want to make some sort of greenish neutral blanket as well to kind of go with it. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I just made one giant square, and this is the moss stitch, if you can see. Just random colors of green, and then I just sewed it together on the back. Easy peasy. And I also wanted to show you a update for the baby blanket that I'm making. Look how pretty. Super cute. I really love this. I think I have 1 or 2 more rows of the peach, and then I'll go back to the beige. Then after the beige is going to be the pale yellow with the flowers. It's going to be super pretty, but this is going to be a nightmare. I say nightmare, that's not really bad because all the ends are right here on the actual end of the blanket. I'm going to, I think, be crocheting over, so that's not going to be too terribly bad to get in. But yeah, it's going to be hard to weave in and hide these since it's literally just in these one little spot. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. So like 45% of the way done with this. That's exciting. And I'm pretty sure it was like 2 vlogs ago I showed me where I got a 3-pack of the Red Heart yarn, this black espresso yarn of the Granny Square line, a 3-pack from eBay or whatever, because it was like 20 something bucks. Well, I have finished all the squares. I just did 16 rows of the moss stitch just in a solid little square, and they all come out different, so that's pretty cool. And I am going to put them all together, I believe, with some black. I do have, like you just saw, plenty of this left that I'm pretty sure I can connect all of these in, but I think black will be the move, so I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with the rest of that yet. Maybe I'll do an outside border, like put all of these together. I'm going to be doing 5 across by 7 down, so maybe I can put all of these together by black with black, and then do some sort of like maybe picot stitch border on the end. I bet that'll be cool. I am about to weave in these ends. Thankfully there's only 2 ends per square, so that honestly shouldn't take long at all. And then I will put it together and check back in with you when I'm done. All squares are done, sewn in. That is so satisfying. I am about to put them together with this value pound, a big twist, just in the black. I can't decide yet if I want to slip stitch or do single crochets between the 2, but I don't know. I'll figure that out here in a minute. But I'm not gonna time lapse that for you because I'm about to use this little stair stepper to get me a little workout in. So I will come back when it's all done. I may have got distracted for a few days because today is Friday, May 30th, but it is done. Let me show you. Before I do though, I wanted to show you the border that I used. So after I put them all together right here with black, I did 1 row of black, 1 row of the Granny Square yarn that I was using, then 1 more row of black, and then for the last row, I just did scallops along the entire edge. All right, and so here's the final reveal. Ready? I have to scoot back a little. Love it. I think this is way better than the granny squares that it comes up with. Don't you? I mean, it's a little wonky and stuff, like of how the colors pulled and everything, but I think that this is way better. Because there was absolutely no chance in heck that I was going to be trying and attempting to do that granny square, but another project done for me. I love it. I will say making it 5 across by 7 down was a good choice because it is a great size. Look at this. It's huge and my feet are touching the ground and I'm like 5'8", 5'9" right now, so this is a perfect size. And my god, it's heavy too. I know it's, you know, acrylic yarn and it's plastic and it's supposed to be heavy, but dang, this stuff is thick. I guess that is one good thing about Red Heart is that like it's really durable, or it seems to be anyway, but man, it feels awful. It feels so bad. It's just crunchy and dry. So hopefully after I wash it and dry it with some softener and stuff, it'll soften up. But yeah, this is just for me. Very pleased with it. So expect to see it probably in the background sometime soon whenever I get to do my room. Again, I'm hoping to start on the craft room update like in the next week or two. But I'm actually about to start on my next vlog right now, which is going to be some birthday presents for my cat Willis. He is turning 2 in 2 days on June 1st. So be sure you come back and watch out for that video because I'm going to be making him, I think, 3 gifts right now and then something else pretty special. And I know one he's not going to like, but he's going to wear it anyway, at least for a few seconds. And then the little gifts I hope he likes, we'll see. But you'll have to come back and find out. I'm about to start on those right now. I'm very excited. I'm insane. This thing is so warm and it's like 80 degrees outside, but look how pretty. I just love it. But as always, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. It means the absolute most. And remember, your ideas are amazing. I hope you've had a wonderful day and I will holler at y'all in the next one. Bye.